now, so my time sense is completely gone.
Oh well.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, let me tell you let me tell you something else. So, I remember, I got myself the very first the cruise trip. It was January 25th, if I remember correctly, on 2020. The ship in front of me is the Diamond Princess. I was one ship away from being onto that. Fuck, there's like a guy who just embarked right there that actually then displays symptoms of that kind of a thing that soon turned out to be COVID. That shit only took me almost 3 years for me to get it, right upon Christmas. Oh, but by that time I took 2 doses.
No.
But I'm telling you, you think about like if it's like a morbid attack, think about 2 years. Holy shit, bruh.
Dude, the unique thing about COVID, I think my whole household had it, but I was carrying it, but I was never sick with it.
Oh, I remember until like Christmas, my dad got it, and soon the entire house got.
Yeah, I remember watching my world collapse around me. Dude, like my mom was ripping and running, and my siblings were sick and down, and I'm like, bro, I'm out here chilling. Oh. This is terrifying. It was like being the last one alive in a zombie apocalypse.
Oh goodness,
Except they weren't zombies yet; they were just sad.
Oh my goodness, I remember the time when I got COVID. It was like a Christmas of 2022, and I was like thinking that, oh my goodness, like I feel like I was in retirement.
Year, like a couple months ago.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yes, you think about
such a long time ago.
Yes, of course it's a good run. Like 2020, I'll have that near close contact and I haven't even got a single shit because I was never wanted to go out. And 2 years after, my dad go to work, so he just like got one, and so the entire house also got it too. And yeah, it's just that. Almost 3 years. I can say it's almost 3 years until that fucker got me, alright? And by that time, he's already dead. Like in my place, it's almost like virtually none of that place. Other than that, maybe visual paranoia over the... I'm not gonna be talking about that.
It is a little scary. Well, very scary. Especially for like immunocompromised people and... Stop? Me?
What?
Or just like the state of... Oh. Oh, okay. But I remember... I mean, I did my part, I wore a mask. I actually enjoyed wearing a mask. My friends stopped wearing them, and I'm like, well, it makes me feel better about myself, so I'm just gonna keep it on for now.
I'm actually quite the opposite, but like, I'm still gonna be wearing it whenever it's necessary, but if I wasn't gonna be wearing a mask, I'm just gonna be the first to take it off. So far so good. It just took me like if the mandatory just like got off for recently, and it took me 2 days for me just go and snatch it off. But I ended up having like a habit that whenever I'm going off, I'm just gonna be wearing it off, and it just yeah, my glasses.
Yeah, honestly, they were more of an inconvenience because I remember like because I remember when like masks were when they stopped being mandatory and I was still asking for them. Every time I went to the nurse's office, I'm like, hey, can I get a mask? She just looked at me like I said a slur.
Oh,
I'm like, bro, I just want a mask. And she was like, no.
Oh my god.
You don't have to give them out anymore. And I'm like, okay, buddy, I still want one.
Yeah, well, you just gotta get some reserves.
Yes, I am American.
I know. No wonder why you say you're from the opposite,
Yeah.
Oh mate,
I want that. Please let me have it.
Oh my goodness, just say about the stockpile, mate. I don't know if you got some of those, if you got buy some mask and you wear it for yourself, should be good enough.
Dude, I haven't gone outside recently, but I did buy a huge pack of those reusable masks, and I love them. But then I didn't need them because I wasn't even going to be leaving the house.
Well, of course, if they are transparent, then I'm totally gonna be buying the entire stock.
Transparent masks?
Yes, of course. I'm gonna
that
genuine ones, show your face, but still retains the safety.
That's true. Oh, yeah. I remember on the first week of school when we went back after COVID. I was wearing a shield, and I felt like that did absolutely nothing. But it was actually more uncomfortable than wearing a mask because the shield had to go in your eyes, and then there's like this big plastic thing in front of your eyes. So
and whenever you go and breathe out, you're just gonna be having some vapor, and they'll cover up your eyesight. I actually do have some. Like whenever I wear a mask, you know, my
Okay.
eyes would just like I have a glasses, you know, it's like almost like 500 degrees if I remember correctly. But anyways, that glass and like the mask, you like whenever you breathe, you just have something else, so it just blocks up the eyesight. So and so
Hold on, give me 1 second.
okay.
Glasses, like, they get super vapory, and you can't see anything. And I
Yes.
should have.
So I just ended up adding some
I
ventilation.
actually forgot about that.
Well, you just
I
gotta
actually
maybe just.
forgot about the inconvenience.
Well,
of
don't
that.
know. I think I've actually found some workaround by just allowing other ventilation holes to try and divert them all to other ones. And since my glass is also
You don't want me
slightly,
close to that anymore.
you know, just
Yeah,
like
to the egg. I'm gonna.
you know. Oh well, I don't even know what to even talk about anymore. I'm literally just walking around in circles at a minus 54.
Nice. I'll come down.
I got an egg. One set. A turtle egg.
My goodness, actually, for once, I actually finally have some, like a home kind of feel, you know? I actually do have some belonging. I actually feel like
I just had the most terrifying experience. Oh my god.
What?
Do tell.
I heard a knock at my door, and I opened the door, and it was my sister. And then she was acting afraid, so I approached her. And then as soon as I left my room, my two parents came at me with Nerf guns, yelling at me to get down. It was terrifying.
Okay,
I have
that's kind
never
of
felt more afraid.
My one would just instead be just straight up
Thank you.
traumatizing, alright? But you know what? I think you're not alone when it comes to being traumatized.
I'll find a way to deal with this emotionally.
I'm telling you,
Excuse
I'm
me,
quite,
oh,
well, I'm not gonna be...
What happened?
Your parents entered your room with Nerf guns.
No, they didn't enter my room. I was baited out of my room.
By your sister.
What? So
Yes.
they do not like...
I stepped on the egg.
Wait, so they
She
don't...
was afraid because she had a Nerf gun behind her.
Oh my goodness.
No. She was afraid because she knew what they were scheming. I should have known better.
Oh mate, I was kind of lucky that
so
I was kind of lucky that I'm an only child, so well, no more mayhems for them.
Yeah, honestly,
One
siblings are
child
just
policy,
nothing but
really.
trouble.
Well,
You just want the worst for you.
Well, I don't know why they have good intentions, but they derailed worse than a Talgo incident.
Well, Deslo says I'm a sibling, I'm offended. Well, if you're the youngest sibling, then you should be offended.
Yeah,
if you're
of course.
older, then I'm sorry for you.
Well, I don't even know.
Then yes, that was I meant to.
I don't know. I don't know.
Offense.
I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know which alignment I just snuck into. Sorry.
I don't. I feel like Americans just shouldn't have guns, you know? Because that was scary.
Yeah.
Wow, unpopular opinion between Americans.
Those guns, yeah. I just heard it's like they have guns, you know, self-defense and whatever, just turns into a fence instead.
I think it's funny because I feel like guns are like a pretty American trope to the point where some people probably won't believe it. But like, it's so true that every household has like either a small gun or a big gun. Most of the time, both.
Yeah.
I am loading more pics in the event pics genre. Event pics.
I feel so tense. Oh, I've never had a serious injury where I had to go to the doctor and I suffered for it. So that part is pretty unrelatable, but I'm gonna leave Minecraft so I can sort through my pictures. But I'm still gonna be in call, so don't worry.
Yeah, I know. Maybe because of the RAM, maybe a bit too much to overbear, you know? Like, sometimes I'll just having two of these things opened, and these would only be so stressful, like these things were gonna be loading for like few more seconds interval. Oh my.
I I actually have a pretty good computer. It's just for the sake of my own brain, because I think my computer is better than my brain.
Yeah, my computer is just straight up with
Except that it can't play. It
my-
just keeps crashing this
my
one game.
computer
But
is
this one
literally
game is
the-
horribly coded.
My computer is literally the
Did
all
you just say
reliable.
I think my
Human-
computer is better than my brain?
Your human brain worse than a computer built artificial? Are you kidding?
What?
That is scientifically the most unethical, wrong thing ever.
Hmm?
It's completely wrong. The human brain is much better than an artificial computer.
Yeah. Just give you an
Well,
example.
that's just the fact of it, honestly.
Oh wow, you think
But
about the
it's
made it to
fact.
railways. I
You have
think
a
the
human
AI haven't
brain.
even touched on them yet. Oh, control.
Talk about AI.
Yeah,
I
I
have
know.
bad things with them.
Well,
AI is kind of scary, especially as an artist,
AI
dude.
is
Well,
so
there's-
Yeah.
then think
they-
about abstract.
Like-
Had them derail. Think about Meitetsu
Think-
6750 series. I don't know what else would they be giving on because they haven't checked on it yet. Periodically.
Apple
just feel like-
someone is trying to
But
fall.
seriously, AI is
I feel
indeed
like
like
AI
a terror.
is being used for the wrong reason, though.
Yeah, of course, it was
Because
just being
AI could be used.
for reference, but why the fuck could it be used just for like business bullshit? They could be only like I bet the best way they could use is like reference. Like if you're thinking about arts, you're like if you're thinking about concept, like making 3D models, like you can give you like a bit of a conceptation if you like to see how it ended up being. And like the wrong way of doing it would just better be produce the art and send it off, go up to the shelf, you know. Yeah.
I feel like AI doesn't even need to be in the creative space at all. If anything, the fact that it's like mostly impacting creative people is just like wrong when it could be better used for like
Hey.
probably more sciencey stuff than
Yeah, like an
Person
experiment.
made,
Like an experiment-y kind of things, you know?
A sort of museum with only AI made art, and they gave AI something to make, and they said like make a person, and then the AI made a person with a hand with 6 fingers instead of 5.
yeah.
And who gave like who said make a person was like, yeah, that's the creativity of the AI, and I was like, what? AI does not.
It's like it's an artistic liberty they took to add 6 fingers.
They're just like so literate and just not really. They're just like so stupidly blunt.
Yeah. But I feel like the way that people are using AI to write business emails, which I guess is efficient, but it's a little yucky to me.
It's
like when I read an email and I could tell that it was written by AI.
It is less in
"Ew."
taste. It
But what it
tastes.
tells you.
No, it had no taste. That's the point.
Honestly, all the things like bad things used for war or AI, or the things used for the bad reasons, imagine used concentrated for the good reasons. How
Well,
much progress?
Let me see. I remember.
I think what is a good reason? I feel like AI should be used for tedious tasks, not like AI scares me.
AI could be useful. AI could be used for like
I mean, think about the
medical.
things to do.
Could be used for like medics. I think because you know, like I think about the like the operations. Sometimes you just leave a man with like 1,000 yards there.
Yeah, I feel like the scariest AI tool I think is probably TikTok. Oh, their algorithm, bro. I deleted TikTok. TikTok is the place I go to when I'm my most miserable.
Oh,
Like I know I've
you.
hit rock bottom when I've
Right.
gone back to TikTok.
well, so glad
It's
that.
made. The algorithm is made for you, for your incredibly low attention span to just go there, watch
Yes.
I saw this
incredible.
video
All true.
about banning phones at schools, and I actually thought it was really interesting because, like, phones are just made to make you addicted. And
Yes,
people
of
are like,
course.
yeah, no, it's their own responsibility. All those kids should learn themselves to not get addicted. Like, but then you're just saying this one 14-year-old kid should like beat
Yeah, it's like
the massive team of people who are behind that phone and behind those apps who just make it to be addictive, so they get
I
more
agree with
users.
you. Dude, it's like I don't know if that's a little extreme, but it's like giving a little kid alcohol and being like, "Well, it's your fault. You're addicted." Like, come on.
They
Yeah.
haven't know the
Really?
shit. They just like got off without any single thing on hand. It's like trying to cross the Atlantic with just a single wooden plank.
Well,
Yeah.
obviously it's bad to give a computer and phone, something so complex, to little kids that just started school or just started with entertainment like on TV that is much less than the one that you can find on the phone. It's obviously too much for a kid and also for like not
Like
controlled
sometimes,
search, because I
I
had
just
it
feel
and
like I
sometimes you
feel
just see
Mhm.
like 4-year-old girl with a phone just walking around, and I'm like, how do you have your own phone at 4 years old? That's not
True, dude. I didn't get my
necessary.
own phone until I was in like 8th grade, not 8th grade, middle school at some point.
For the first phone
I
I got,
had it when
my
I was
first
10,
phone I got
my
only got
first
10
one.
gigs of full. And it's like 2017.
My
I feel like,
first phone was a flip phone.
oh my god, no.
It was amazing.
I actually have the Samsung Flip and it's really cool. I love it so much.
I'm scrolling through, but it's actually...
Emerald. I do want to say, I think the situation with I feel like we should stop normalizing, like, using phones to the degree that we use it, because like it's so normalized to sit on your phone all day just scrolling, doing absolutely nothing else.
Well, they
When
had...
that's a very fast way to just be depressed, because what it's just like an endless stream of distractions and quote unquote entertainment when we know half the stuff on YouTube, TikTok, everything's
Well,
trash.
they have to be
So,
like a bit
bored
of
on
a...
there most of the
Like, they
time.
have to
Not
be
all
some great
people, not all
understandings.
people,
Yeah, like understanding so that they could know what to... Until then, I don't even know what to
yeah,
do.
not all people go and waste all their attention span for TikTok for like good reasons, like for bad reasons. Just I am bored. I'm gonna stay in the next 6 hours at TikTok.
Yes, it's so easy to get lost
No,
on there.
no, but they don't. Not all people do it for that wrong reasons. Some people just do it because they have other stuff in their life that
Like,
they don't want to be
maybe...
part of.
Oh, well,
TikTok
maybe...
is a distraction, and while distractions can be healthy, the way that we are using these social media apps is to an unhealthy degree. Because
Yeah,
the average
slightly.
teen probably spends. I'm probably being generous when I say at least 3 hours a day on TikTok.
I say maybe on average,
That's
I say maybe...
cool.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Well, not my... Okay.
Hello.
Nothing, just move on to it. I think I just got I have the wrong thinking on mind.
I think. Okay, well, Deslo says phones
Alright,
are better than PC, and I disagree because well, my PC it's harder to use a PC. It's more inconvenient than a phone, which makes it better. Does that make sense?
Yeah, at least you understand a
you
bit
can
more
carry it
into...
everywhere. If
That's
what
true.
you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, Deslo. Well,
also,
Deslo says.
and
Oh,
then we have become on our phones is kind of scary because like even the lockers at my school we have to open them with our phones, so we
really?
literally can't go to school without a phone.
It's
like,
just. That's interesting. I don't have TikTok. That's good. Opening with a phone. I feel like that's such a. Well, I mean, I went to a school with lockers, but no one ever like tried to go in my locker, so I usually didn't lock it. But that's interesting.
before this we had keys, and I don't know. That
Oh,
was,
I
like,
used it in a lock.
big
It was fun.
system.
Waldeslo says, I'm sorry, I want to read what Waldeslo says before it escapes me. I have many, many online friends, and I can play so many different games and make new friends on PC. So I'm stuck to my PC because I have to talk to them, or else I lose those friends, which I don't want. But phone restricts how much you can. For example, you can't play many games on a phone. That's true. So it's inconvenient in different ways. For me, but I can talk because I talk to people on Discord, and my computer has because I have Discord on my phone, and I also have text messaging on my phone. Gamers tend to use PC more than phones. That's true. I considered like not having a phone because I do just like scroll on it late in bed, which is such a dystopian idea. And every time I do it, I just feel so miserable.
I think an iPad will be more better in
But
that way. I think I'm more better holding an
I
iPad.
do have an iPad.
Yeah, I think that's more better
I don't
holding.
think we're giving enough attention to the reasons why people actually stay too much on their phones, etc. I found a restricted internet from when I was 10. No one was controlling anything.
Oh my
and
god, me too.
and I found out things. I found out things. I saw things. But that is not the important part. The important part that if the family who gives you the phone and restricts the internet, that's just a bad thing. But it's not your fault. If we
Yes.
go on
Yeah, they're
reasons why a
partial.
person says
Yeah, they have
so
partial
many
responsibility. Yes.
hours on
Yeah, I feel like
but out
I-
of that, if we go on giving attention to why people stay actually on their phones so much times, in particular teenagers and teenagers.
it's an easy escape. And I love what you said about
from bad things in reality. They have a good reason to do it. If they had an actual more healthy escape, they would do it, but they don't have it. They just have their phones. Everyone has one.
Dude, I feel like teaching emotional intelligence to kids is so important, but no
And
one
no one
does it.
has.
I feel like I would have avoided so much misery. I feel like the people around me would avoid so much misery if parents were able to teach emotional intelligence to young kids. You know,
Some
'cause
parents
Indeed,
become parents
that's-
just because they want a kid. They don't know how to raise it.
Yeah,
My parents didn't know how to raise me. You know how I turned out? Not well.
I was barely off. I'm just barely off. I'm telling you, it only took me, and I'm telling you, I'm more dependent onto a content creator than onto parents. Though I think the parents are still genuine off. I think it's more kind of. I feel slightly lucky in this way. Like holy goodness, I don't know what your lads are in, what conditions, what situations you're in.
Wait, so you're saying that unlimited access was good for you, or
I don't know, it depends on which person.
I feel like, because I know from a young age, my parents, they kept telling me, like, do not talk to strangers online. And I'm like, good. And I didn't do that for, like, years and years, which I think is, like, the best thing they told me. Because otherwise, I would have been telling people my address and
that's
ripping
where-
and running, and it would've
That's
been
where.
bad. So I'm glad they told me that, because that's such, like,
honestly, we can't really blame this on our parents because they didn't grow up in a world where internet is a thing. So of course they don't know how to raise us with internet because they've never had it.
Oh well.
That's true. They didn't have it to the extent that we did, but they're not in a cave. They've heard the stuff on the news.
They only hear
love to say,
legends.
like, these internet things are killing your children.
They never see the full scope of the fucking globe. They only see one hemisphere and not the
That's
other.
true.
And then for every personal problem, it's your phone. It's that damn phone.
Yeah, absolutely. There'll
Yeah,
be
they
more
love
things to
blaming
blame.
the phone and do nothing about it.
Ah, man.
Well,
The
that's
thing
also
is, for people that are still teenagers in the chat, your parents had years and years, like more than 10, more than 15, I don't know how old are you, how old you are, but they had time, and they didn't even think on how much their decision actually weighted. Is that as weight?
Yeah, I feel like I think I know what you're trying to say. But I was gonna say